Yo, what's going on, guys? Crispy Flakes here. Welcome to Scenarios. This is where we look at things in the NBA that are never going to happen, but we're just kind of wondering what if. Be sure to like this video, guys, because next episode we are looking at... This is my Twitch chat's fault, guys. We are looking at what would happen if Darko Milla whatever, man, if he ended up being a beast. My Twitch chat is making me do it, guys, so that's the next scenario. This episode, guys, we are looking at Chris Paul, if he was never traded away from the New Orleans Hornets, who are now the New Orleans Pelicans. I don't know who was in charge of that name change, but I don't know, man. That guy should be fired. That guy should be fired indeed. So we have Chris Paul, Eric Gordon, Tyreek Evans, Anthony Davis, and Omar Sheik. The thing I remember most about Chris Paul on the Hornets was that team they had with David West, Tyson Chandler, man. The Tyson Chandler, Chris Paul pick and roll. That was on point back in the day. They also had James Posey, Peja Stojakovic, so I really did like watching that team a lot growing up. But then we all know Chris Paul was supposed to go to the Lakers. That trade got voided by David Stern in the NBA because they were being corrupted. And now Chris Paul is on the other LA team, the LA Clippers, with Blake Griffin and DeAndre Jordan. And never really capable, or not that he's not capable, unable to really ever make any noise in the playoffs and, get to a championship or anything like that. But, how old is he? Chris Paul, 30 years old. So, after this season, he will be on the wrong side of 30. But still, a point guard of his caliber, he can shoot the ball, pass the ball. A guy like that can play, well late into their career. So, it's not that his game's based off athleticism like a guy like LeBron James or Blake Griffin might take a step back, later in their career. Chris Paul, I think, will be around for a while here. But, look at his career averages, guys. He averaged about, he's at about 36.2 points per game. So one thing I'm going to start doing is making sure the minutes line up with that. So I'll give him 37 minutes a game. And we got the rest of the lineup right here. So what we're going to do is, y'all know the drill by now. We're going to simulate the whole entire season, see how this team does. And I don't know, man. Chris Paul, you think he's enough to put the Pelicans over the, kind of like over that, well, as of right now, they're not a playoff team. Last year, they were actually pretty good, and they didn't make the playoffs, I believe. So I don't know if Chris Paul's really enough to make them like a championship team, but I do expect them to make the playoffs. So we'll simulate through day tier, set my controller down, and I don't know, maybe he just won't fit it at all. But you have to think that if Chris Paul and Blake Griffin can be that amazing together, a little 1-2 punch there. In my opinion, and I hope in your opinion too, that you think that Anthony Davis is a better power forward than Blake Griffin, because he is a better player. Although, goddamn, we are just like a fourth seed. I guess that's all right. 6th seed, 7th seed. I mean, if we don't make the playoffs, then this is just damn a rigged game or something like that. Because there's no way this team should not make the playoffs, man. This is Chris Paul. I mean, Drew Holiday sure is a good point guard, so it's not like Jimmer was starting on this team or something like that and got replaced with Chris Paul. I mean, he did replace a pretty decent point guard, Drew Holiday, already. But I still expect probably a top 3 seed, to be honest. Tyreek Evans, no slouch. Not really my favorite type of player because he can't really shoot that well. He's kind of one of those combo guards, but you really don't know his true position. And then you have Eric Gordon, who got an uglier jump shot than me. Not true, but on 2K he does. So I don't know, he's a good little player himself. Then you got Omar Sheik, who's an overpaid big man, good serviceable big man, but not worth the money he's gotten. So look at the record. We're doing decent. We kind of got a Clipper type record right here, to be honest, where it's Chris Paul, a great quality big man, and Anthony Davis, and who would have been Blake Griffin if it was the Clippers, and just kind of everybody else around him. Good solid role players. Which you got your Eric Gordon, which is kind of comparable to JJ Redick, because they can both shoot really well. Although Eric Gordon's seen a lot of injuries in his career. But man, I guess this is kind of what I expected from this team right here. I'm kind of curious to see what stats Anthony Davis actually puts up with a good, with a good point guard like Chris Paul, and also to see how Chris Paul's assist numbers fluctuate going from a team like the Clippers to a team like the Pelicans. But man, really all Chris Paul got to do was just bam over to Anthony Davis, it's a point, or a little pick and roll game, bam, alley-oop it up to Davis, it's an assist. So I'm gonna expect similar numbers, but really it's gonna come down to playoffs and see if that Anthony Davis Chris Paul duo can kind of get us hopefully to a finals. I don't know though, man. And of course Kevin Durant won his MVP. Karl Anthony Towns, Joakim Noah, DeAndre Jordan. We also all the same stuff. Anything special here from the Pelicans? Man, goddamn, where the hell is Anthony Davis at? Not even, y'all tell. Okay, Chris Paul, All NBA third team, decent. Where the hell is Anthony Davis? You're gonna tell me that Nickelodeon Vucevic is better than Anthony Davis? Is that what 2K is trying to tell me in their logarithm? That this is... Okay, he didn't make all defensive second team, man, but he should have made that all NBA first. Like, what's up with this? 54-28 record, though. We did end the game on a 2-game lose streak. Oh, damn it. Ooh. Play the Clippers in the first round of the playoffs. So, that's going to be kind of interesting, man, because they do have Drew Holiday, because I did make that trade to kind of balance out the teams a little bit more right here. But real quick here, let's check out these player stats. Chris Paul, about 21 points per game, 10 assists. So, 2010 season, always a beast on the steals. So, good Chris Paul-esque numbers. Let's compare him to what he usually gets. Past 3 seasons, he's pretty much right exactly there. He actually shot a little bit better field goal percentage-wise. 3-point down a little bit, compared to last season, but pretty much same numbers, to be honest. And then Anthony Davis, his numbers actually went kind of down a bit here, so I don't know if that's like a chemistry issue with Chris Paul, or if Chris Paul, because here's the thing, Anthony Davis right now on the Pelicans, he's the go-to guy, he's the superstar on that team, but you put a superstar point guard like Chris Paul on the team, he's gonna make everybody else around him better. So I think that's kind of why Anthony Davis's numbers went down. Rebounds, not even 10 rebounds a game. Beast on the blocks, that's a thing that Anthony Davis is always good with. But that's kind of interesting to see that dynamic right there and see how Anthony Davis's numbers actually go down. But then of course you got other guys, whose numbers, Ryan Anderson, I mean, damn, he was actually pretty good back in the day, like 2 years ago, but still 15 points a game for him. Eric Gordon, he looks like he's about 15-20 point per score, throughout his season. So yeah, pretty interesting. But let's go ahead and simulate this first round against the. I gotta see how Drew Holiday did real quick though. On the Clippers, I did make that trade, so I'm just kind of curious now, man. So Drew Holiday, his numbers still stayed about the same. 2 assists, went up a little bit there. So when you have a guy like Blake Griffin and DeAndre Jordan dumping into, that's gonna help you out a lot. So while we do have Anthony Davis, our center is not DeAndre Jordan, it is Omar Ashik. So. Let's simulate this current round. All right, so we went on. We swept the Clippers. So Chris Paul said, "Screw you guys." We didn't sweep. We won 4-1, so they did get 1 game on us, but still, nonetheless. And I see the goals. Portland, man, Portland to the second round. That's kind of surprising. All right, simulate current round. Let's fucking go, man. Let's go. Sorry, I'm composed. I just did not expect to be the Warriors. I'm good, man. I'm not a psychopath. I'm good. Okay, but now this is where it gets scary, man, because, okay, you got the Bulls and the Pacers. Those are 2 teams that you never really see in the finals on this game. But no way, man. It's always the motherfucking Thunder, man, doing stuff out here, man. They're probably going to sweep us, too. Simulate game. Bruh. L. Simulate game. Simulate game. Simulate game. Simulate game. Mr. Ronald McDonald 2K. I'm trying to make a motherfucking entertaining series right here, man. You always gotta have the damn Thunder win the damn championship. Will you please enlighten me on how many championships Mr. Durantula and Mr. Westbrook have? Then why the hell they always win the damn championship, man? Let's see who wins. Let's see who won the finals. Simulate playoffs. Pacers actually made it though, man. But Ronnie, just please tell me, man. Tell me how many damn finals, motherfucking championships Durantula has. I love Kevin Durant, but I don't get it, guys. But anyway, thank you all so much for watching the scenario. Darko next episode. And yeah, peace out, my friends.